What's on the bench today? We've got an Epiphone Les Paul Elitist. And these were really nice guitars in their day. Double bound bodies. Nice heavy mahogany construction. But we've got a problem. We've got a break in the headstock, and I'm not exactly 100% sure how I'm going to fix this yet. The customer knows that they're going to always see it because they're not having me touch up any of the paint. So basically it's probably going to look like it's all worn off in here because I've got to sand that down and see what I'm dealing with before I can fix that. So anyway, I might also have to take the fretboard off because it's already popping off up here. I may have to end up taking the fretboard off. It's never going to be the same, but it'll be a playable guitar. And you know, it's a shame because these are nice guitars, but it is what it is. All right, well, after getting the tuners and stuff off of this thing, I was able to actually just barely put a twist to this, and it popped off. And as you can see, these have the Gibson style truss rod and everything. They're really nice guitars. In order to fix this, I'm not really sure if it's going to work, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get the pieces to slide together like they're supposed to, and I'll put a piece of tape over the truss rod so no glue gets on that, and hope that the glue holds. I've had good luck with doing this to several other guitars, but not that are this bad. Usually when the headstock breaks, it's a pretty clean break and they can be glued back together, but this one is not very clean. So I'm gonna try my best. Nothing ventured, nothing gained with this guitar, but I just wanted to show you, like, you know, how bad this thing is, like, splintered inside from being dropped. And I don't know that I'm going to be able to get those to fall together how they're supposed to. My initial thought was going to be scrape the paint back and try and get CA glue to work with capillary action and go in there, and I'm glad I didn't do that because this thing is worse than I thought it was. All right, so here's what I've done here with my dry run. So as you can see, I've got a few pieces that are lifted that are gonna have to be trimmed and sanded back and whatever, but I made a little V kind of jig to pull everything down together. One there on the top of the fretboard to glue that together, and then one up here to hold the top corner of the headstock together, and I think this will work. And so I'm going to reverse my actions now and put some tape over that truss rod and some glue in the hole and hope for the best. We'll see what happens within the next, I'll probably let it sit for a couple days, so the next 48 hours, and we'll see if she'll hold. My test for that is when the clamps are off and everything, I grab this headstock, I support the guitar here on the neck, and I push as hard as I physically can and twist and whatever else to try and see if that headstock's gonna come off. If it doesn't come off with that, then it's not gonna come off. All right, so I ended up making another block. The first block I made was out of pine, and it just broke when I put full clamping force on it, but still got a little cleanup to do. As you can see, I've got some squeeze out. Did put a layer of plastic in between here and the major part of the joint where the squeeze out was gonna happen. But it's clamped, so we will continue on this in a couple days when everything is dry and see what we're gonna have to do.